getting into the salon was so much easier than she'd thought it would be.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Gus got them both onto the guest list under pseudonyms thanks to his artifact named Zibs. No problem at all. The hard part so far had been, well, pretty much everything else.
It's like they're intentionally ignoring me.
She'd failed again and again to get a servant alone for interrogation. Seraphine had been clear. That's her only job tonight. Meanwhile, Gus was to douse for artifacts inconspicuously, and Seraphine would sneak in. Somehow.
I guess he never really told me what his plan was for how he was getting in.
And in any case, his responsibility was to search the manor for the accounting ledgers of the Lady Marquis, and pore over them for evidence.
I'm being watched.
This feeling of conspiracy rises in her.
Someone warned them to not speak out of turn tonight. If they're stonewalling me, if they've marked me as a person of suspicion, what am I supposed to do?
The dread mounts as she recalls what Seraphine had said. That de Leon likely expected an infiltration by the Ministry of Inquiry tonight, assuming the assassin was under her employ.
If Seraphine ends up being correct... Alright, stay calm.
Presently at a loss for how to proceed, and feeling the target on her back, Lyra climbs a winding stairwell which leads to an upper balcony area which oversees the entirety of the ground floor, where much of the festivities are taking place.
An excellent view. Let's have a look then.
She puts Gus's advice to good use, stepping away from the moment, leaning down on the railing of the balcony and just observing. She sees the tapestries and the polished suits of armor, the drapery, the chandeliers. With every well-placed piece of resplendent finery, Lyra feels the eyes or ears that could be hidden just behind. A well-placed artifact is all it might take to end the whole charade.
I'm not welcome here. Okay, focus. Focus. There's 2 servants on this upper level. One holding a tray of drinks, and one with hors d'oeuvres. Neither one is in rotation. They talk among themselves. If I could just get near them, I could eavesdrop. That's one option. What have I missed? Come on, Lyra. Gus said that the real game always reveals itself.
Party guests speak in pairs or groups. Some for business, surely, others for pleasure. From servant to master, all are adorned with masks. Just one more thing complicating the puzzle.
Is that Gus?
Unsurprisingly to her, she spies her comrade at the table of wagers, rolling dice and playing cards, pint of ale in hand, his laugh reaching across the hall.
What I tell you, I was a bit of a high roller. Now come to Papa.
I'm glad someone's having a good time.
As she squints down at him, though, she notices he's favoring the company of a maroon and black adorned eagle mask.
Is that the Marquess? No, it can't be. Too masculine. But it must be some member of her house. Oh no. You can't tell me he's actually doing his job and my job. Come on, what else is there?
She does a final scan of the room, and just as she resolves to go eavesdrop on the servant conversation, a figure leans her elbows down onto the railing next to her, a bored ease exuding from their posture.
Look at all of them. So many happy masks.
Lyra stiffens at the interruption. As she glances over, she sees a crow. A black mask with prominent rounded beak, a black corset and maroon half-cape draping down to hip height. The skirt is to her ankles and pinned up to the waist at one side, revealing high boots of function. Inlaid all about the black are linings of white and accents of maroon. Lyra also notes the arrow pendant necklace about her collar and a lit cigarette between her fingers. It's all far more sensible than Lyra would have expected from the lady of the house, but this must be her.
Lady Marquess de Leon. What an unexpected honor.
Lyra takes this moment to curtsy, which de Leon acknowledges with a gentle nod and a flick of the ashes.
Unexpected? You're in my house.
True, you're correct. I only meant...
I know what you meant.
The crow turns her gaze back out to the party, absent-mindedly putting a hand about the arrow pendant at her neck.
Talus is on the mind. Do you think they're celebrating the midpoint of harvest right now?
It must be the case.
Must be. The assumptions we make. I was just passing by. I only wanted to say, from one Corvid to another, I'm rather fond of your taste.
Birds of a feather.
Magpie, right?
Yes, exactly! I'm glad you caught on.
Such a proud beast to prey upon our garbage.
I'd call it resourcefulness, my lady, just as I would with a crow.
Well, it's too clever a bird for my brother. He fretted over what to wear for days. He finally landed on eagle as his final answer. Makes him feel like a real man. The poor thing.
A proud beast.
Yes, but in truth, it sounds and behaves closer to a giant seagull than it does a hawk or a falcon. Don't tell him I said that, of course. That shawl is a pretty thing. I swear I've seen similar ones on display in our market district.
I see. It must be a trend then. I'm unfortunately always behind the times.
You'll have to forgive me. You are...
Carla Hermanda, at your service. I'm one of the representatives for the Wells Mining Company.
Well done and well met. Keeping the carts running on time then, I hope.
To the best of our ability, my lady.
Good, because the way things are going... well, we're not here for work, are we?
I'd say with how much business and pleasure is mixing out there, my lady ought to be allowed as much.
Indeed. Well, Kala, you may call me Johanna. Just so long as it's only ourselves for company. My lady just seems so formal for fast acquaintances.
As you say, Johanna.
Lyra smiles at this fast acquaintance and casts a sidelong glance over to the corner of the balcony at the two servants she'd intended to eavesdrop on. They're huddled next to each other, making hushed words and stealing glances over at her and the Lady Marquess. Lyra feels some of her hair begin to stand on end as a sense of unease wells within her.
Are you a fan of music?
Johanna nods her head down below, and Lyra follows her gaze to see several minstrels taking to a raised platform.
Oh, it seems the dancing's about to start. I promised some pelican fellow a dance, so I better go find him before.
Did you? Blast, I thought, well, I was hoping I could get you for the first dance. You'd have to perform the male part, of course. I am the lady of the house.
I'll admit that I don't.
Of course. You can't perform the male part of a cotillion, then?
Truth be told, Lyra didn't know the steps to any high society dances at all. Her plan had been to avoid dancing entirely, but this explanation allows her a safe out, so she goes for it.
Unfortunately, I don't mean to refuse you, my lady. It would be
Well, you have, and it's bad luck for the lady of the house to dance once denied. Unfortunate, but it can't be helped, now can it?
Oh, yes, my lady.
Lyra detects the smirk creeping up the lady's lips, even beneath that mask.
You seem like a reveler, yet you stand apart from all of it.
Odd, really. Watching all these leches devour my food, drink themselves silly, gamble away their inheritances, and then trip over themselves when the social dances begin. As though there's no care in the world for them. No tomorrow.
I think anyone who understands how close we are to war appreciates a moment of levity.
I think it's a simple matter of them not feeling the unpleasantness of war, but exacting every chance to profit by it.
That's quite cynical of you, my lady.
Call me a cynic. Walk with me. I'd be honored if I could show you my family's trophy hall.
Oh, you'll have to forgive me, but shouldn't the host stay with the party?
So decorum would dictate. My reputation can handle a small breach of norms every so often.
Lyra takes a single step back as Johanna steps towards her, closing the space between them and subtly gripping Lyra by the wrist, leaning in close.
I insist.
De Leon releases her grip on Lyra and turns expectantly towards the hall's exit, her veiled eyes never leaving Lyra for a moment as she cocks her head.
I would be honored, my lady.
Unable to refuse the Marquess, Lyra exits the hall with her host. She's out of sight of Gus, and Seraphine is nowhere to be seen.
I'm in danger. Whose idea was it to come tonight, anyway?
They cross the archway into a courtyard with a quorum of revelers engaged in festivity, minding them no notice.
My family reputation, of course, is intricately entwined with a passion for the hunt. Why, my late father felled some 13,000 different beasts in his time.
Lyra's heart sinks, thinking of all the pain and death wrapped in that boast.
His aim must have been legendary.
It was a numbers game, really. The dogs and horses are doing 3/4 of the work anyway, and it helps that he perhaps took credit for so many kills that weren't from his bow. Such are the ways of a court held by a phony man. A court is a place of poisoned yeses and silent no's.
Surely you're being modest on his behalf.
Maybe. Precision is a central trait of my house. The founder of our house, Ambrosia Aldebaran, was said to be a slayer of not only beasts but monsters as well. Yes, one of the fabled monster hunters from the end of the last era.
They continue further into a courtyard where more revelers sing and feast below the stars, the dignity of their demeanor beginning to slacken. Not a thought nor a glance go to the lady of the house nor her faux businesswoman companion. It seems the further they stray from the Great Hall, the fewer the number of partygoers.
I'll admit I'm not as familiar with the fables of your house as perhaps I should be. What kind of monsters do you mean?
The undead, lichens, reptilia, all manner. Ambrosia was said to be bored by the hunting of beast, for the lack of danger.
From the outside, it seems quite dangerous to hunt monsters.
It is. And it ended poorly for her.
That's awful.
Please. She died doing what she loved. Would that we could all be so lucky. Despite the titles and the land holdings, her true legacy is the reputation she left us. And even hundreds of harvests later, her selfish desires have served my family well. The rest of us have mostly kept to hunting beasts, though. I think dear old Ambrosia fostered a healthy fear of monsters in her kin, not herself. We're no fools.
Looks like we lost the crowd. Are you certain
I feel as though I'm surrounded by fools and monsters. It's impossible for me to tell one from the other.
Fitting to pick a masquerade then, my lady. From a place of such influence, I'm sure it's difficult to tell friend from foe.
Friend? If only. No, the masquerade is where I know these people best. It's a reminder of what I'm surrounded by. We're here. After you.
From outside the door, Lyra can already see the rows and rows of mounted animal heads and stuffed birds which ordain the floors, walls, and ceiling of this awful room. Directly in the center, upon a raised dais, she spies the taxidermied corpse of a magnificent lion, which sinks her heart. She looks to the Marquess, and with no other choice, enters this mausoleum.
A magnificent creature. I always imagined a lion would be bigger.
The Marquess stands right next to her, observing this monument to her house.
They do seem like they be larger than life, don't they? De Leon, indeed. The reputation is what matters, right?
Lyra had been looking at the Marquess when it happened, yet somehow, in the span of a mere breath, went from standing, ready to defend herself, to flat on the floor, a knee in her back and one arm craning behind her back, wrist twisting upward toward her shoulder blades, shooting pain into her. It all happened so fast she hadn't even been able to counter. What had even happened?
All right, Inquisitor. Time to show me your true face.
The Marquess removes Lyra's mask, smiling for a moment, before removing her own mask to reveal her sharp, symmetrical face.
We're equals now, you and I. Only, I have a blade, so not really. And this little blade goes right against your throat. Don't worry, I keep my blades sharp. You stumbled through the doors of my home with such a lumbering grace. I thought I invited a rhinoceros. The steel against your throat is an heirloom of my house. It glows red whenever someone tells a lie while touching it. So we're going to play a little game, you and I. It's called Who Wants to Not Die? It's quite simple, really. All you have to do is make sure this blade doesn't glow red, and you get to keep your pretty throat. Ready to play?
Nonsense! You must think me a great fool!
She doubts. Tell me you came here alone.
I came alone.
Lyra's heart sinks as she spies the momentary red glow of the blade, which fades again into its unassuming steel sheen.
Now say there's 3 of you. Do it!
There's 3 of us.
The blade remains inert. Lyra's eyes glance back at the sanguine smile creeping across DeLeon's face. Lyra sees her enjoyment, but boiling beneath that is a wrath she's never witnessed.
All right, now we play the game. I'm rooting for you, of course. Where do I even start? Tell me, Kala. Wait. Actually, that's perfect. Let's start there. What's your true name?
I have 2.
2? Wonderful. Let's have them.
My birth name is Lyra, and my chosen name is Lyra.
House name. House name.
I don't have one.
My God, she's poor. Next question. Whose side are you on?
Side?
I'd kill you now, but it's staying the floor, darling. I suppose I should clarify questions are not answers. But you already know that, don't you? You're a clever girl. No more freebies. Did my brother put you up to this?
I don't. I don't know your brother.
Okay. Do you know anything about his plot?
No, I don't.
Are you here to arrest me?
If you're guilty, then yes.
If I'm guilty. As if you haven't already made up your mind. This is about Katre, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, the horrible evil lady laughed in the graveyard. How awful. What sort of monster would be so irreverent? As if I cared about those people.
You are heartless.
The blade glows red for a brief moment unexpectedly. Lyra's heart races in panic, worried that she's somehow committed a falsehood without meaning to. The look from the Marquess is sober, before hardening again and pressing the flat of the blade further against Lyra's windpipe.
I am tired of not being taken seriously. So what's your theory then? That I paid an army? Or what? Did it myself?
You paid someone. Or a group. Shadows, likely.
Shadows. Not Talus. Explain.
It's too convenient. No proof Talus is behind it. Shadows are... You tried to kill us!
You would think that. Makes perfect sense.
We have royal privilege.
Quiet.
We don't need a warrant to be here. And we're not even breaking the law. We're above you, Johanna.
The dagger presses deeper against Lyra's neck. She can feel the flesh breaking. The faintest drip of blood begins a long journey down the side of her throat.
Quiet, I said. Let me think. Because if you think it's me, and I hired mercs and their shadows, you'll be looking for... Where are your friends? Tell me. I'm tired of your nonsense, girl. I have an uprising to quell tonight, on top of dealing with you lot, so stop wasting my time! Are your friends looking for my ledgers?
Even if you kill me, you won't stand a chance against Ervin. He'll find you. I've seen him face down 20 combatants and end the fight with a single strike.
Lyra stares without fear into the eyes of this woman who with every passing second reveals the small child beneath the mask.
Your ears have heard the whispers of the hero of the Order. Ask the Blade if I'm lying.
Quiet.
Now that you know I'm not a bad guy, you don't know what to do with me.
Shut up! If you don't, I'll kill you without a thought. They'd never know.
The blade glows with a gentle red hue once more, giving Lyra all the information she needs to confirm what she suspected. She smiles, rolling her eyes to make a show of how little she fears Johanna now.
You didn't tell me the heirloom's enchantment goes both ways, Johanna.
Ugh, don't toy with me.
So what's the plan then? Break my arm out of spite?
Considering it strongly. Still, though, I can't tell if you're a fool or a monster.
If you're not guilty, I could be a friend.
Will I live to regret this?
Without her eyes leaving Lyra for even a moment, Johanna returns her blade to its sheath and releases Lyra's wrist. Just as she feels the grip loosen, Lyra moves to stand, and just as she does...
Ah, sister! Debasing the sacred trophy rooms of our ancestors.
This was nothing of the kind, you child.
Lyra and Johanna quickly stand as the new figure takes the space. He's rather small in stature, much like Johanna, and with the same characteristically sharp and symmetrical face. 4 men-at-arms enter behind and flank him, with several more waiting just outside the door.
Indeed. Well, in either case, it's quite convenient I bumped into you here, because I think it's past time you and I had a discussion about, succession.